So how would someone describe your movie that would make you roll your eyes when you're sitting opposite an uninformed
Alex.
interviewer?
Yeah.
And they're saying, so here's what I thought of your movie. It's kind of like this. And you would say, this person doesn't get
Oh, that makes me roll my eyes.
Yeah,
sure,
you're going to roll your eyes when 90% of people describe your own movie back to you. Give us that now.
Anything in New York, walking and talking that's sort of fun is always, there's often a Woody Allen, everybody says Woody Allen, which is okay. And that's not upsetting in any kind of.
No, it's not. It's not worth getting upset about.
I don't think much about being like Woody Allen or similar to Woody Allen.
Even though you dip
but
in
it's
and
fun.
out
It's
of
fun.
writing, directing, and acting, and make a movie a year, you don't think about it.
But that doesn't offend me. So I'm trying to think of something that would offend me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I guess those people might not.
Well, what about you, though?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just because Golden Exits is also ensemble driven. 2 married couples, each with an unmarried sister-in-law. A lot of those characters don't interact. It's the same thing you're kind of describing. It takes place over months where you know that these 2 characters are never interacting, but the movie does tricks to kind of align them and what they're going through. So I don't really know. I mean, that is maybe sort of in the Shortcuts, Magnolia realm, but those movies like your movie take place over a day or 2. So I don't know what the bad version of that is.
It's like there's Crash, but
yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to compare Golden Exits to Crash.
No, me neither.
But if they did, I would be pretty tickled.
So we both made features in whatever year that was. Both came out in
2011.
And then since then, you made 2 more features while I've been making at least shorts.
Right, and I'm very lucky to have had my first attempt at moving from a $25,000 movie to a movie with well-known actors and all the support that you need. I'm very lucky that happened in a scant 3 years, which is as good as you can hope for.
Yeah.
I had another movie that seemed like the next big movie, about a $5 million period piece. Essentially what happened was it looked like this bigger movie was going to happen. And we had enough tiny little maybe elements that we started saying that we might be shooting this movie in April of 2016. In the meanwhile, I'm meeting lots of other actors for this big movie, and they're all meeting me for a script that they think is happening in April. And I start suspecting around October, late October, early November, that this just isn't going to happen. Absolutely out of the question. 0% chance this is happening. And then the experience of kind of the failure to advance as a professional adult and feeling like the work you do is irrelevant started giving me these ideas of making a movie about this guy who just toils away in a basement, like Bartleby the Scrivener. And everybody who's already holding April for me, I now say, can we just make this movie instead? It'll be very small and very simple, but I would love to just do something rather than releasing you all. Everybody said yes, and then we just rounded out the cast, shot the movie, and now I have to go finish doing color correct once we're done here. And that's how this comes together. That to me is like a reminder of what it meant to be an independent filmmaker, which means I'm independent of everything. Yeah. But you do the shorts. You have a movie that doesn't happen, and then when does this script get written, and when does this become the thing that you're trying to roll into reality?
I mean, 3 years ago, the short person-to-person premiered at Sundance, and around that time period, I was just thinking about Benny a lot, and Benny Cooper Smith, who's the lead in the short.
Was your roommate?
And it was my roommate for a couple years. Yeah. And I wanted to work with him again, and
he's not an actor. He's
not an actor. No, but he can do it. That's what was exciting for me, because I didn't know if he could even memorize lines, because he'd never done anything like that. He didn't memorize anything, and also could his charisma could it be captured on camera? Basically, some people it just doesn't work, and with this instance, it did work, and I was very excited. So I wanted to work with Benny again. I had some other ideas that I thought were actually going to be features. The movie's different stories and different characters in one day in New York. And I thought these other stories that I sort of have put into this movie were also going to be features, but I started just mapping out that these were the stories I wanted to tell. And what got exciting for me was that could I tell an ensemble movie with different stories and have different tones and almost have them feel almost like different movies, but they don't connect, and can it be one movie basically? And I got excited about that idea.
What is the least favorite question that you get asked in interviews? What is the thing that? Because you shot your movie on film, so I can guarantee you're going to get asked about that.
I just don't like interviews where the person hasn't seen the movie. That's where
that's irritating. That's the worst. This is one of them.
What?
Oh, I
the one we're doing right now? Yeah, but that's
movie.
different. Come on,
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
I do. But I can feel that because I'm sort of trying to feel out what the movie is because I haven't seen it. So yeah, I saw. So this is one of those interviews. How do you feel about this in general as a sort of
it's okay.
Yeah, a sort of face-to-face, like chess game with no chessboard kind of interview?
Pretty okay.
Yeah, I think that there's life to this format.
Yes.